you got the biggest. And when I saw your sister at with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup, so if I swing my fist, you.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the L.A. Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Right to the air goes Ward. Ball caught by his rookie running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
After he caught the ball, 49 yards. Trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll find McMillan here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
The Chargers at 500 at 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They felt they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a quarterback that's more than capable of turning things around. That's going to play really well.
4 yards.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Here we go. It just makes it easier. 65 action. 65 79 Broncos.
Again, it's Ward. To the left side, there's the Tyron Musgrave. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Free safety rolling all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Come on. Pass the 60.
Richardson finding Knox there, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dawson Knox, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Ward. They'll get this out to Kamara. That one a first down, picking up of 8.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Throwing now, Ward. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're ruling incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. They've been able to hold so much in no game. Hell yeah, they'll take that all game long.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Ward. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll throw again, Ward. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. It's caught. Touchdown. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Phil connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot him after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nowhere to go in the time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Richardson looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 7.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Richardson off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
Off play action, Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
And they're on the 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for LA. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 21-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spy, and stacked him up.
And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Richardson will shift things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shamar Stewart with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And a nice spin into some open field. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Ward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold up through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Ward now working out of the gun. There he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now 3rd down and very long. To throw is Ward. And that will be incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Richardson to throw off play action. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Richardson back to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he's able to break out one tackle, but they quickly brought down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
38-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. A gain of 11 that time, and it calls 1st down.
You sort of relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now it's Richardson. That is incomplete.
Over the dime work on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down, Indianapolis.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Richardson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Let's go now.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. It's intercepted. A drive kill there. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and never press the issue. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll give it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now an audible here into something else.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Now Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson looking to throw this. 10. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
Play action. Now Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now Richardson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way they execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they go backwards here. Loses yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Richardson on 4th down. And he's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down, Indianapolis.
70 Timberwolves.
Williams, a man in motion right. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
The Chargers.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leads him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. Rookie to rookie first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
19, 19 sides, 19 attack, 79 Broncos.
Ward. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun, Ward. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 41.
Okay. The second song, no.
This is caught by McMillan. And past the 35, he dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll find McMillan here. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Colts' 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nine-yard line, second and 6.
Let's go. 1918.
Throwing is Ward. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbound. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves it with a first and goal.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Camara going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They'll get him down at the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, hold them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. To throw, here's Ward. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Ward taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Richardson working from the gun. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Richardson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
70 Rangers. Liking 18. 50.
Here's Ward. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 60.
Throwing now, Ward. This will be caught at the 2. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Hey, what's niggas playing?
After his guys put 6 on the board.
You about to play who? Alright.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have to a touchback. The Colts come to the line.
I was gonna say, I wasn't asking. I was on Dynasty.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4-straight loss. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson.
Word.
Taken down for the
I ain't gonna lie, them first few songs on the album are 35. I ain't gonna leave.
This defense will be charging again here. 2nd and 15.
You talking about 2-6? I ain't gonna lie, 2-6 was mid game. It's alright. Yeah. What? Wait, Bryce who?
Yeah, Richardson back to throw.
For real. Niggas go for real. I had everything muted because I was playing music and so was Jordan.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
We are inside 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Bro, you gotta figure out on your own, bro. I can only give you advice. I mean, me and Grayson. Practice.
Okay.
I thought, honestly, well, I looked at it this way. I looked at Purdy contract. I'm like, I don't want to pay this man all this money for him not to develop. And I looked at it, I said, nah, I'm not going to pay. And then I saw Nico was what, 69 overall? And I saw his goals were pretty high. I was like, bro, interval.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And then I took him to the ball his rookie year, bro. He won, you know.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
You just got to figure it out, bro. You just got to figure it out, bro. I say play Bryce. I'm going to say play Bryce one game. Play Bryce a game. Play Marcel a game. But I just took the long-term deal. But like, Purdy was just a temporary package.
Brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's a toss right side of Mitchell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 15 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
This has got an old lineman at tight end.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I'm saying, you got to figure it out, bro. I'm going to get both of them some burn.
First half looks like he'll throw here. And Thomas has it. And whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Grayson played, what you call him already? He already played a kill?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Los Angeles, They move back over 500 now at 4-3. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This nigga moving like Lamar. Let me see if Sean is interested. Bro. Let me see if Sean's interested. I know Lamar getting old.
What defines my name?